Welcome to Monday morning. Apparently, people just didn't want to get out of bed today. It was awfully quiet. Like, so
not
quiet.
Awful. It's not awful. That's good.
No, but you came home. Like, you did the school run. You came home. We did some postage.
Yeah.
And then we went out. And it's still really quiet.
Am I going in there? Am I going?
Does anyone try and get out as early as possible? We try and get out literally as shops open.
Dawn's crack.
Austin.
The crack of dawn.
That's so rude.
It's not rude.
We try and get out as early as humanly possible because obviously the later in the day it gets and the more busy it gets, right? Why are you laughing? We've literally been doing this for 1 second. Why are you laughing? Oh, someone else could do this for me, I swear. I'm out. This was a Nigel Caborn. This was a green jumper from the Army, what's it called? The Army Club collection. Retail on this was 110.
They wanted 35, which I think is actually pretty reasonable if it's for you.
If you would wear that, that's a deal, I reckon.
It's a solid jumper. Yep, I agree.
I don't think it looked very nice on you, but like on anyone else.
Anyone else apart from me, yeah?
Yeah, I just think
Great.
Do you think it
rude.
would suit you?
Well, to be honest, I have no choice in the matter now, really.
Okay.
You made that decision for me.
That backstage tunic is still in there for £25. Are we surprised? Are we not surprised?
I am surprised, yes.
Actually, I think it's because it's orange.
Yeah, if I was like an olive or a dark grey or light grey or...
Any other colour?
Which it wasn't red or orange, yeah.
Yeah, it would have. I think it would have been successful. This is actually my favourite charity shop in Wales, if anyone wants to know, and you go in and say hello. This is my favourite charity shop.
Yeah, I think...
It's a bit pricier than all the others, but they get really good stock. This brand's a very interesting brand, if Austin cares to show us.
I'll show you.
He's doing the do-si-do with me on the other side of the room, can you tell? It's £8, right? It's from a brand called Rosso. Oh, he didn't show us. He didn't show us. Rosso. Oh, no, because I need to know the series of numbers at the end. There's a series of numbers at the end of Rosso.
Right.
I try and pick up the linen dresses. The linen dresses do particularly well. I refer to it as like sort of like a holiday brand. You'd find it in like upscale holiday
boutiques.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
So the linen stuff sells the best.
Mm-hmm.
But while we're talking about high-end linen dresses, Austin's going to mull over a Callaway.
It's a Callaway jacket. These go for good money. This was a ladies'. And the problem with that is there are less ladies at golf than men. And yes, you can shout at the screen. You can call me a sexist pig if you choose. But it's factual.
Sexist pig.
Cool.
It's a nice jacket, though. It's got like a
lovely.
peplum like bottom. And it's got some nice like reflective trim.
It was an XL. And it looked kind of like, what would you say, like medium men's, if that.
I think golf wear is some of the only stuff I just don't enjoy picking up.
I don't think we pick any golf wear up, to be honest with you. It was just something I noticed, and it was really nice condition. And it was quite contemporary looking.
Golf wear's a funny thing, isn't it? Like, there are a few brands that do really well, but unlike like cycling, for example, there are quite a few high-end cycling brands.
But there are also ones which don't really make a lot of money. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, well, but with golf, it's just generally not very good money return on golf wear.
Someone's going to correct us in the comments.
Name a golf... everyone put golf brands in the comments for us.
That was an original Levi's belt, which was £8. It was kind of a cool buckle, but it was £8. So, yeah.
What's wrong with that?
It's too rich for my bones. Okay. How about that?
Yeah, so golf brands down below. I'm actually interested to see golf brands down below. And I will stand corrective. I probably will. Oh, look what I spot, because I'm an excellent human. So this is...
You were really excited and loud very quickly there.
Yeah, so this is a Mont
Blanc.
Mont Blanc. Or just for normal people, Mont Blanc notepad. You see the logo there? It's like a white flower on a black background. I'm going to blow your minds. That is the peak of a mountain.
Yep,
so it's the
is.
top view of a mountain, so the snow ice cap on the top of a mountain. Did you already know that?
It's called Mont Blanc.
I worked for Mont Blanc for a period of time.
The place is called Mont Blanc.
I know, I'm just saying, not a lot of people realise that's the top of a mountain.
I'm with you. Okay. Anyway, it is a notebook. And as much as most people would be like, oh, a notebook. Obviously, if you know anything about Mont Blanc, they make...
pens.
They're famous for pens. They make watches. They make lots of different luxury items.
Leather goods.
But they're famous. They make bags. Yes.
Pens.
And wallets. They're famous for pens. So... once again, because that would sit side by side with a pen, there was also a really unusual looking pen with it, which I kind of got excited about until I realised instantly as I touched it that it was just not a Mont Blanc pen.
However, the notebook is current season, £60 retail, a leather-bound notebook. We paid a grand total of £3.
Just £3.
I was going to say 3 pence then, but that would be a complete lie, wouldn't
Once again, nothing else in there. That sounds funny, but like no one it wasn't used in any way, shape, or form.
it? There wasn't a drawing of a flower in the front.
No, if they might have been. I'm just saying. So I reckon that we'll put that on about £50.
40 to 50, I reckon.
So once again, £50.
40 to 50. This is the new premium rail in this charity shop.
It's actually called Posh. What is it called? Posh.
Togs, and I just don't get it. Now, someone's also probably going to explain to me what that actually means. I get like the word clobber. That's C New York. C New York, SEA, like C New York, is actually one of my personal favourite brands.
I enjoyed that label physically.
Okay, thank you. And great to pick up. I just refuse to pay for £20 on a Posh Togs
Item?
rail. I
Okay.
just got a thing about this rail.
Well, the thing is, a lot of these togs on this rail aren't necessarily so posh. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with them, but I think by the same token, it's like it started off very good. Like the shop had some really good items, and like I don't know. I just have no answers for you.
I get togs is slang for clothes, obviously.
Yeah.
But I've never heard anyone use that phrase. I know I say a lot of weird things, but...
Oh, yeah, you do.
Oh, you got some beautiful togs on there.
No, but I think it's more the fact... It's not even that. I don't care what they call it. It's just more the fact that the actual clothing themselves isn't great. This is a vintage Mulberry belt. I say vintage because it looks like 1,000 years old.
£15. That is in the inside of that belt, as you can see, is fully peeling. So all that all that leather, it's very thin leather.
Well, I was trying to
flaked away.
I was trying to show the tree logo on the belt edge there, and it was actually stuck to the
lovely.
the belt clip holder. This was a lot nicer, to be honest. This is Paul Smith. Paul Smith. It wasn't PS, was it?
No. Paul Smith.
But it's a very nice belt in good condition. I was trying to show the markings on the clasp. That was £10. That was more reasonable. The problem with belts is, though, and I know this sounds a really stupid thing to say, that like because it's a metallic gold, belts are more when people buy belts, they tend to buy they buy handbags, black, brown, stuff like that. Boring but true.
I beg to differ. I'm a big belt fan, and I think belts, like women wear belts of all different sort of like calibers around the waist.
So I'm just going to hit you now. Give me the colours of your leather belts, no matter what brand they're from, luxury or otherwise. Give me the colours of those.
I have a yellow belt.
You're lying.
I have an off-white yellow belt.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Oh, yes, you do. Okay, apart from that.
This is a 1996
black, brown.
No,
Stop.
I have gold. A Wiley Coyote t-shirt.
It is indeed. It's from BHS. It's a vintage BHS shirt. It's from 1996. I want to say. It was on the print and also on the label.
This label been cut out of this garment, but using my savvy of brands where they cut the label out, we discovered these are Lululemon.
Do you know the funny thing is when you handed them to me to obviously show on the GoPro, I actually knew just because the thing had been cut out to look at the leg because that's literally the only other identifying mark.
£4 for this one. How much are you gonna put on that one, Austin?
I'm gonna put £60 on that.
Wow. And the Lululemon leggings, they have seen better days. They have been worn and appreciated in a yoga studio somewhere in Somerset. So I put 35 on those. The more elaborate the legging and the more elaborate the thing for Lululemon, the higher the price, obviously.
Someone asked the other day on Instagram about like pricing vintage, like why do we price it, what we price it at. Do you know what? It's usually, if I'm honest, my personal opinion, or Bethany's obviously, on a certain piece, because I always look at it as if try and find another one.
Yes.
If you can't find, for example, that's a Mulberry polo shirt, by the way, in black for £20. What I was going to say was we sold that Neighbours. I don't know if you guys remember the Neighbours t-shirt or jumper.
It was a jumper.
It was a jumper one, yeah. Original from 1980. I want to say 1989 or early 90s. Either way,
80s.
We bought that for £18. Priced it very, very high. £14. Yeah, sorry. Priced it very, very high at what?
100.
And we made, how much we make?
We sold it for 100.
That's my point. So what I'm trying to get at anyway is if you can't find another one and there's nothing to compare it to, especially with vintage, like, make your market. This is poetry.
This is a poetry. Oh, so much stuff. Right. So this is Bimba Ilola. This is a new logo. T-shirts retail for about 70. And that had a nice leopard print thing. Free pattern, £3.50. I put it up for 35. And then there's also a poetry dress there, which I don't get when we've got the Posh Togs rail. Even this, like, this is new with tags. And stories. I haven't gone Posh.
That single-handedly was posher, inverted commas, than anything else they had in that rail.
The poetry dress was a wool sort of like utility cottage core vibey, like, you know.
It gave me some toast vibes, I can't lie.
And that was £4.50. So I'm gonna put that up for about £60.
The East isn't something we deal with at all, actually. But you know what? I just thought this was like a cool looking kind of vibe.
I feel like I should have bought that. Do you know when you get things that you just look at again and you're like, wow,
yeah,
that's like, very like Anoki, isn't it?
Yeah, Anoki stuff is like the best. This is a cool bowling style bag from Adidas. It is vintage, it is original, and it was £35. These can go for massive money actually, but I'll be honest, a £35 on Adidas bag is just something in my mind messes with me, and I can't do it.
What's the brand?
Adidasler.
It's Adidasler. They did have condition issues. It had a
Had a tear, didn't it?
What? Yeah, technically it's a tear, but it's like a slice.
I'm gonna say it's a finger hole.
Like a slice, like it's like a little slot of slice.
Okay, so it was a hole.
Yeah, it was a hole, but I don't know.
A tear.
I don't like saying hole. This is a Gloverall duffel coat. Love picking up Gloverall duffel coats. Mainly like
this was really nice condition
men's Gloverall duffel coats. That was £22, and it was a UK size 6. It was also red. If it had been beige, I would have considered it, and if it had been a size that would fit
anyone living,
then I would also actually know there's loads of people that are size 6 and size 8. Good for you.
There are.
Good for you.
We're just joshing with you, folks. Anyway, that was two of the shops at the bottom of Wells. We thought we'd show you because, you know, why not?
You sound like you're doing like an animal documentary. Here we find
nothing.
Austin in the wild, searching for his prey. Bye.
Bye.